Do you ever wonder how some Fortnite streamers win 5 games back to back and it just seems like they're in bot lobbies? Well, here's 5 things that I've learned from paying attention to their streams that you can start doing too to start winning more Fortnite games. So this season caters a lot to momentum. We have the Slapperoni pizza, which gives you the slap effect. We have the shockwaves or the Timu shockwaves that give you the floating effect or the sort of slap effect as well for a short period of time after you use it. We also have some rifts, which give you 0-point shards or dashes, and we have the rifts themselves, and we have the gloves, and we have the zip line, which also gives you that floating effect after you land. So we have a lot of things that give you movement. So a lot of these streamers are sticking around areas where there is a lot of rifts, and they're using that rift over and over and over again to jump on people, to use those dashes, to very quickly eliminate people and give them that movement advantage. That momentum is something that they are using fully to the extent this season, and you should start doing that too. Number 2 is they are not taking 50-50 fights, especially right now where there is so much movement. Any fight that feels like it's going to be 50-50, and what I mean by that is this is basically going to be a 50-50 chance of either my aim is better or your aim is better. They are not doing that. They're creating space when possible. So they're not jumping on somebody unless they've heavily damaged them. They're not jumping on them immediately. They're creating space and then eliminating from afar. Don't take those 50-50 fights where it's either going to be your aim is better or mine. Number 3 is that they are using gold or exotic weapons to the full advantage. In this season, if you do not go into endgame or at the very beginning of game with some sort of gold weapon or exotic weapon, you're doing this wrong. With all of the rivalry points and the way that you can upgrade your guns or even fish at legendary holes, there should be no reason that you don't have at least one gold or legendary or exotic weapon in your inventory very early on in the game, or at least at the point of endgame. Number 4 is rivalry boards. They are using rivalry boards to very quickly eliminate good players by combining everything that I just discussed: momentum, using gold weapons, jumping on people, using the rifts. You can then combine that with rivalries to identify where those players are in the map and very quickly eliminate them, getting them out of the game and quickly getting to endgame with bot players or players with very low skills. The 5th thing, and it's probably the most important thing that anybody can do, is they don't go indoors. If you notice, most of these streamers start paying attention to how many times they actually go inside of a building or even inside of a POI. It's almost none of the times. They are always staying outside on the road. They're using cars. They're staying outside of POIs. They don't even loot indoors. They very rarely go indoors, and that's because it creates many more opportunities for you to get ratted on or for 50-50 fights, which you don't want to take. Now, I did notice that there are some other streamers that genuinely are doing some very shady things on the background to get most of their lobbies to be bots. So make sure you follow and stick around if you want to see my next video on that, because it's very shady.